Hey guys, spring here, beautiful, 72 degrees right now, going to be even hotter later in the day. But anyway, I went to pull in my slides and go down to the dump station, dump and fill. We're here for quite a while. And the vanity slide right here, this one would not go in. And if you know anything about Integra coaches, that is the nightmare slide. So the first thing I did was I came into the panel, the vanity panel in the bathroom, and I took the cover off, and the wires that are in here, I reversed the ones from this button to that one. I just put these on that side and those on this side. And I wanted to see if that would help. And still the same slide going in and out and the same slide not going in and out. So that didn't help. I just reversed the wires back to normal. This is the side cabinet under the driver's side of the coach, and it's an access panel. If you have an Integra coach, you've seen this. You've got some fuses over here, some sort of a solenoid, a fuse, big black blocks, big back block, big back. If you have an Integra coach, you've seen this. This is the utility panel. It's on the outside of the coach below the driver's seat. So in here you've got a lot of stuff. You got some fuses over there, a large black box here with something special in it, I'm sure. There's like a relay or solenoid and fuse. But what you want to focus on is this right here. This is your slide control panel right here. And there's writing down both sides that explain what all the things are. And I've discovered that this one in here is for the middle. But anyway, when I was speaking with Integra Coach, they told me to take the two bottom wires here and switch them with the two top wires there and go inside and try it and see what happens. Well, nothing happened. So I didn't know what to do. They told me, well, if that's not working, then it's probably a blown motor. And when the lady I was talking to was describing this situation, it seemed there was somewhat of a confusion as to where the slide wires were. She told me on the far left on the outside, and that is true. So with the diagnosis of a blown motor, I thought, oh my God, how am I going to get this slide in? If you have an Integra coach, you know that the vanity slide is in a very difficult spot. This slide here is the vanity slide, so they call it. It's like opposite the bed in the bedroom. And the motor for this slide, believe it or not, is between these two wheels, and up inside there's a panel, and up inside that panel is where the motor is, which is like impossible almost to get at, for me anyway. So that's the nightmare slide to have a blown motor on, because you got to get in there. Like a slide like this one here, the motor for this one, oh, there's all the fun stuff. The motor for this one is like right there. You can just access it. And it's the same on the other side. And then in the back, the access for that is like right under the bed. So those motors are all easy to get at. But that vanity slide, not good. So after, trying to figure out what I could do about changing that motor, I called the dealer. I was going to call a service guy to come out and have it go in, or, remove the motor and crank it in. That's what Integra told me I had to do. Blown motor, you're screwed, buddy. So I started thinking about when the lady was describing the wiring on there, I was thinking that maybe she didn't have the exact wiring diagram that she could have. So I started thinking about the wiring here, and I noticed on this other panel here, this other label, it shows some other reference to the slides, right? So I got inside here and I started thinking that, these bottom ones here are for the back and the top ones up here are for the front, just like on the outside here. So I reversed the two on the right at the bottom here with the two on the left, and bingo, I was able to operate my slide and pull it in. And then I've left it in that, or when I want to put it back out or whatever, I just use that. And then when I want to operate the bed slide, I just reverse the wires back to normal. So I'm able to move now. Had to figure that out on my own. Just craziness. So now I've got a slide going in and out, depending on how I put the wiring. So I put the wiring back the way it's supposed to be. And I started going back to these wires here, because when the lady told me to switch these wires around, these connections seemed really bad. So I took them off and I redid it. this connection here and the one on the other side. I might put a drop of solder on there and shrink wrap it and put it back. The housing that was on it, like when I pulled on the wire, the clip just came right off. Unbelievable on both of them. Those two right there came out like nothing. So I repaired those connections and bingo, everything works again. I'm so awesome, it's crazy. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.